Alright, welcome back. So in the last video we talked about equalative adverbs. Now what we're going to do is look at the next two forms. So the first one is comparative adverbs. And we use this form to show that two actions are different. They are not the same, and how they are different. So similar to our comparative adjective, here we use a comparative adverb plus than. Okay? In this case, our action verb is work. And we're saying she worked harder than I did on the project. So our comparative is harder than. She worked harder than I did. So we're saying that her action and mine is different. With superlatives, what we're doing now is we're using it to compare one action to a group of actions. And normally, the action that we're looking at is number one. It's the top. It's the best in whatever adverb we use. It means it's number one in that list. So, for example, if I say, I sing the loudest, our verb here is sing. I sing the loudest. This is our superlative form. So I sing the loudest. And what that means is when I sing, my volume is very high and I'm very loud. So we don't always want to compare one action to every other action in the world, because I haven't met everyone in the world. So I don't know if I sing the loudest overall. We often add something to the end. We use our preposition of, and we use an expression starting with of to give more information or to be more specific about the group that we're comparing to. We sometimes use this to make the group a little bit smaller. So for example, in my form here, I sing the loudest, I can add of anyone I know. And this means with only the people that I know. And from all of them, I sing the loudest. I am number one for volume. Maybe I'm not the best singer. Maybe my quality is not good. But for volume, I am number one. So let's have a look at how we make these comparative adverbs and these superlative adverbs. And just like the adjectives, there are three ways. The first is for short adverbs, anything that's one syllable. If it's a comparative, we use adverb plus er. If it's a superlative, it's adverb plus est. So for example, if my adverb is fast, right? If you think back to the last video, he runs fast. Fast is the adverb. The comparative is faster than. He runs faster than I do. The superlative, he runs the fastest, adding est. And again, we always have this article the fastest. For hard, harder than, or the hardest. Now, we do have irregular forms. Our adverb well, what's the adjective? That's right, the adjective is good. So the adjective is good, the adverb is well, the comparative is not weller, it's better. So there's a change in the form. Better than. And we don't say the wellest, we say the best for our superlative form. Another example is bad. The adjective is bad. The adverb is bad. The comparative is worse than. The superlative is the worst. Okay, so for our short adverbs, it's a little bit easier because we only look at one syllable adverbs. And again, either ER or EST. For long adverbs, so 2 or more syllables, we use more or less plus the adverb for comparatives, or most or least plus the adverb for superlatives. So, a long adverb, skillfully. If you are very good at something, you have very good skills, we say you do something skillfully. Our comparative, more skillfully than. And our superlative, the most skillfully. Beautifully. Right? Beautifully is our adverb. And again, more beautifully than, or the most beautifully. And the third point, or the third form, is just that some adverbs can be used in both forms. When we talk about adverbs, we have our formal way to write the adverbs. For example, something like quickly. We write it as quickly, but sometimes we'll say quick. So this not or this non-ly ending is common in speech. For these, we can use both forms. If we are being less formal, we'll say quicker than. She spoke or she answered quicker than I did. But if we're writing, if we want to be a little more formal, we say she answered more quickly than I did. So we use this more quickly than. And the same for our superlatives. We can say the quickest or the most quickly. So this is how we form our comparatives and superlatives. Don't forget, we have comparative adverb plus than, and for our superlative, the plus superlative adverb. In the next video, we're going to have a look at some of the uses for all of these different adverb forms. I'll see you soon.